Hey bub, don't forget to subscribe to the channel.
Welcome back to the X-Centric Collector channel. I'm Talent, the X-Centric Collector, and today we're going to be covering the son of Wolverine, Daken, from the mini comic book wave. Let's get into it.
Cerebro Online.
Cerebro, pull up file Daken, mini comic wave 2025.
Accessing file. Daken, Comic Wave 2025. Retail price, $24.99. Accessories, alternate hands, alternate head, mini comic.
Although this is not the first Daken figure we've gotten, it is definitely the superior one. Back in 2012, Hasbro released Dark Wolverine, which is Daken, in the Arnim Zola Build-A-Figure wave. This was still the dark days of Hasbro, so I wasn't collecting at the time, and I never attempted to buy this figure. And I'm glad I waited because this one was worth the wait. He came with 2 alternate hands and an alternate head, as well as the mini comic of Dark Avengers #1. I'm willing to bet this mini comic wave is going to be an aberration because I doubt we'll see a second wave of mini comics. No shade at Hasbro for trying something new, but I think it's clear people prefer Build-A-Figures. Once again, this figure comes in the packaging where the front of the box resembles a comic book, and on the back we have images of the rest of the figures in the wave, as well as a blurb that reads, "In Dark Avengers #1, the mutant assassin, Daken, is recruited to impersonate his father Wolverine in Norman Osborn's Dark Avengers." Overall, I like the packaging of these figures, the way the artwork with the figures that come in the line, as well as a picture of the mini comic that the specific figure comes with, as an overall aesthetic is very pleasing. But like I said, I don't see this gimmick going much further, so these figures in package will stand out on the wall. Now let's take a look at Daken out of the package.
So here we are with Daken out of the package. And I gotta say, this is the first Wolverine figure that I've been really excited for in a long time because, man, this is not just Wolverine. This is Wolverine's son. This is Daken. And one of his defining traits, beyond the tattoo, is that he has 3 claws in a weird configuration. And I say weird because, like, he's got the 2 right there coming out the knuckles, but the one from the wrist, that's crazy. Like, it just doesn't make sense. But they decided to go with that, like with this character, and that's just how he is. And man, look, I will tell you this. It's like, it looks like brown suit Wolverine with crazy claws and then this tattoo. Other than that, what's the difference? Well, I can tell you right now, let's bust out the old school Wolverine and show you. I mean, just real quick, and yes, this Wolverine is crouched, but I can assure you, without even making them, like, him stand up straight, he is significantly shorter than him. Because his papa is tiny. He is not. And then you have the clone of Wolverine, X-23. She's got 2 claws coming out, basically at the same spot his do on the hand, at least on the top of the hand, but her 3rd one did not come out at the wrist, came out at her foot. So, and she was a direct clone of Wolverine, which poses another question. If she's a clone of Wolverine, but she has the female chromosome, and people considered her Wolverine's daughter, but she's actually like a direct clone with just the chromosome change, wouldn't she be more like a clone mother? So this is like a Jerry Springer situation. You're my sister. No, I'm your mother, but I never gave birth to you and I never put it in anyone, so you tell me. Daken, the son of Wolverine. Wearing the mask is all well and good. It's cool. I'm glad they included it. However, that he did come with the alternate head, and if you're asking me, this is the far superior look. Come on. A dude with a mohawk, that crazy grin, you're not gonna pose him like this. You're wasting your time. You might as well get two and then pose him with both. But if you had to do one, why not this one? This is it. This is a beautiful looking head sculpt. Love the mohawk. I'm totally digging the tattoo. Tribal tattoo there. Looks great. And then he did come with 2 additional hands. He came with 2-clawed hand. He hadn't popped the 3rd one. And that's a better look in my opinion. So I'm probably going to display him with that. And then he came with a gripping hand. Of course, they had to come with a gripping hand. I think every figure in this line came with a gripping hand. Why? Because it's the mini comic book wave. And he came with the Dark Avengers mini comic. And then you can just whoop, slip that in there. And he can hold his own comic book. 2 extra hands. Extra head. But this figure, as it stands, I know they made him before. I think it was Hasbro that made him. And it wasn't great. But this is pretty cool. He's got butterfly. Oh, look at that. He's got crazy butterfly joints. So he can go way back on those butterfly joints. And way forwards. You can get him to clap, I bet, if you wanted to. You can definitely. Double jointed elbows. Look at this. Man, look at that. Double jointed knees. Obviously, we're in the pinless era here. Looking great. Love that, love that. Looking up quite a bit. Yes. Looking down quite a bit as well. He's got an ab crunch. Back there. Just tilt the head back. Oh my goodness. Look at that. Way up. Love that. We have a waist. Yes, we have a waist swivel. And it's covered by the belt. You gotta love the belts, man. They help these waist swivels incredibly. It breaks it up and makes it look way better. We have an upper thigh cut. We have a boot swivel. I think we do. Look at that. It's underneath, and it's a little hard to move because of this. But underneath here, there's a cut, and there is a boot swivel. And we have the ankle rocker. Look at that. That's straight. 90 degrees. That's awesome. And the pivot. So yeah, lots and lots of articulation. This is what you come to expect from a Marvel Legends figure in 2025. He's got all the articulation that you want. And he looks great. Again, look at that face. It's just menacing. I'm happy with this. All around, I am happy with this. What do you guys think? Did you get Daken? Are you gonna get Daken? Do you know about Daken? Or is this your first time hearing about him? Let's learn a little more about Daken together. Right now.
Daken, Akihiro, first appearance, Wolverine Origins number 5, August 2006, created by Daniel Way, writer, Steve Dillon, artist.
Daken first appeared in Wolverine Origins number 5 in 2006. He was created by Daniel Way and Steve Dillon. He was born Akihiro to Wolverine and his Japanese wife Itsu after World War II. He inherited mutant powers similar to his father, like a healing factor, longevity, and retractable claws, with the addition of pheromone control. And while he does have metal claws, they are not adamantium. Daken had the Tinkerer coat his claws with the metal of the Muramasa blade. So although they are very, very durable, they are not indestructible like adamantium. At his birth, Akihiro was cut from his mother's womb by the mutant warlord Romulus, who left him on the doorstep of a wealthy Japanese family. Since his childhood, he was nicknamed by neighbors with the slur Daken due to his mixed heritage. After discovering that his adoptive parents didn't truly love him and were going to have a biological child of their own, Akihiro killed his adoptive family and rejected his name, renaming himself Daken. He was later approached by Romulus, who adopted him and took him to be trained by Silas Burr in Canada to become a ruthless killer. Silas Burr is also known as Cyber, one of Wolverine's most feared enemies, also being conditioned to hate Wolverine for allegedly abandoning him and his mother, while blaming Wolverine for his mother's death. Even after finding out the truth of his mother's death, he still desired revenge against Wolverine and joined the Dark Avengers and the Brotherhood of Mutants under his father's codename Wolverine, just to spite the old man. Daken is eventually reformed after moving to Krakoa, making peace with his father, and becoming a member of X-Factor and the Marauders under the codename Fang. Throughout the years, Daken has been killed and resurrected several times during his career as both a villain and a hero, with the most recent being when Sabretooth killed and dismembered him on Wolverine's birthday. He was later resurrected by the demon Bagra Ghul, who bonded him with the spirit of vengeance, and he became the new Wolverine. And with that, let's take a look at Daken's powers and abilities.
Powers and abilities: regeneration, foreign chemical immunity, disease immunity, advanced longevity, telepathic resistance, peak human strength, superhuman stamina, superhuman agility, superhuman reflexes, superhuman senses, superhuman vision, superhuman taste, superhuman tactile sense, superhuman hearing, superhuman smelling, retractable claws, pheromones, insulated weather adaptation.
While not identical to his father's powers, they are quite similar. Like his father, he has enhanced strength, stamina, durability, speed, agility, reflexes, and senses. He also possesses 3 retractable claws, but unlike his father, he has 2 claws on the top of his hand and 1 that comes out of the wrist. He also possesses a regenerative healing factor, and an ability that is something completely different. He can generate pheromones used for manipulation. These pheromones allow him to not only mask his own scent to such a degree that even Wolverine's senses were unable to track him, he can also use his pheromones to manipulate the emotional state and sensory perceptions of other beings. He has been seen using this power to instill fear, happiness, depression, fascination, and even a false sense of security in others. When he is not deliberately controlling this ability, sometimes it can involuntarily cause those around him to mirror his moods. His pheromone manipulation makes him an incredibly deadly assassin, being able to make his target feel relaxed and secure in his presence. Let's see how his powers rank on the grid. Cerebro, please pull up the power grid.
Accessing power grid. Analyzing subject.
You can find these power grids on marvel.fandom.com, as well as the backs of various Marvel trading cards. Our first category is Strength. He's at a 3, Athletic. This is one category where he differs from his father. He isn't quite as strong, but being at a 3 still makes him above average. Moving on to Intelligence. He's at another 3. He has an above average IQ. This also makes him a more deadly assassin. Intelligence and cunning go a long way for the likes of an assassin like himself. Moving on to Speed. He's at a 2, normal human speed. Nothing in his power set grants him any enhanced speed, so he's just as fast as any normal human. Next, we have Fighting ability. This, like his father, is where he really shines. He's at a 7. He's at the invincible level, beyond Terminator. He was trained by some of the most ferocious fighters on the planet, as well as inheriting the killer instinct of his father. This is definitely one mutant you're going to want to keep your distance from. There are few heroes or villains in the Marvel Universe that can go toe-to-toe with Daken and come out on top. Our next category is durability. He's at a 4, enhanced human level. I will say what I said with his father when it comes to durability. Because of his healing factor, he can pretty much heal from just about any injury. However, unlike his father, he does not have adamantium laced bones, so he is more easily dismembered. And as we said earlier, he has been killed off and brought back several times through various means. However, his durability stands at a 4. Moving on to agility, another 4, peak human agility. He is significantly above average in his agility. I always like to compare Olympic athletes with their agility to these power grids. I would likely rate most Olympic athletes at a 3, unless they're one of those aberrations that reach a 4 and always win the gold over and over. Daken would fall into the latter category in my opinion, easily able to win the gold in any gymnastic event. And now our final category, energy blast. He's at a 1. He has no energy projection whatsoever, and thank God for that. This man is already incredibly dangerous, with his enhanced senses, strength, above average intelligence, his immense fighting ability, and well above average durability and agility. Giving him any sort of energy projection would just be making him incredibly OP. Although he has been a villain many times over the years, it seems that he has turned over a new leaf and is following in the footsteps of his father and pursuing the life of a hero. Although we have only seen Daken in the comics so far, it would be great to see him in an MCU or future X-Men 97 episode. And speaking of X-Men 97, Cerebro, let him know.
Be sure to check out X-Men 97 reactions with talent. Don't forget to subscribe.
Please do go check out my X-Men 97 reactions as well as my other reactions. And don't forget to like the video and subscribe as well as leave a comment. You have to leave comments and be a subscriber to be eligible for any of our channel giveaways. That's all for this one. I'm Talent the Eccentric Collector, reminding you, keep collecting. And until next time, Excelsior!